To Titus Talk, ladies and gentlemen, today is August the 14th, 2021, and yes, it's a little late a video because I was watching my wrestling a little late. It's only two, right? It's only two, that's okay. I'm trying to make sure you guys don't see my information on my phone because it's personal. But ladies and gentlemen, we got some Rampage to talk about because I didn't watch it, but we found out what a new champion and a big news. So let's get to that. I got crumbs on my table. Let's get to that now before I forget to do it. But ladies and gentlemen, first match of the event of AEW Rampage was for a World Championship. Not the AEW World Championship. It was for the Impact World Championship. It will be Christian Cage versus Kenny Omega. I guess it was a pretty decent match. I don't know because I haven't watched it yet. But ladies and gentlemen, and guess what? The winner of this match and your new Impact World Champion, Christian Cage. Christian Cage is now the Impact World Champion. He will be on live on Impact Wrestling this Thursday. Let's see what's going to happen there. But we do know that at All Out, we still going to have 2.0 between Kenny Omega and Christian Cage for the AEW World Championship. I don't think he's going to win that title. I'm hoping this guy actually could wrestle, and I hope Christian will be a fighting champion that we see it like every pay-per-view. Impact Pluses, big pay-per-views. Bound for Glory's coming up. So yeah, I hope that happens. Then we have the TNT title on the line. Miro versus Fernando Del Sol. And if Fego wins the match, I don't know how to say his name, so don't get mad at me. But if he wins the match, he wins the title, and he wins an AEW contract. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen, he did not win. He did not win the match. But his best friend from the Sammy Vlogs, well, the boss of the Sammy Vlogs, Sammy Guevara and Tony Khan came out. I guess Tony Khan did a favor for Sammy Guevara. Sammy came out and told Fego, you haven't won a lot of matches. You are 1-50, I guess. I think he said that. 1-50, but the fans love you. You've been in AEW as an extra for a year now. In the pandemic era, you've been on AEW Dark every single week for a whole year. And ladies and gentlemen, Samuel says, Fego Del Sol is all elite. Fego Del Sol gets a contract from his own best friend, Sammy Guevara. Good job, Fego. Now we can see this guy on AEW Dynamite, and let's see if he actually can get some wins. The fans love him. He's the master of the tornado. Let's see what happens. The main event was the AEW Women's World Championship. Britt Baker, she will be fighting in her hometown, Pittsburgh, will be versing Red Velvet. She even got booed out of the building. I watched the little videos. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match and still your champion is Britt Baker. Because some lady, Jamie somebody, I forgot her name, made her debut and helped her win. I guess because Rebel was injured, she can't do much. She wasn't on 8 Dynamites. I guess she needs a new helper, and this Jamie girl, I don't know who she is. I don't know if I'm getting the name right. But she came out, I guess she came out and helped Britt Baker retain the title. I didn't watch the show, so I don't know. If you guys know, leave a comment below. Now let's get to Smackdown, ladies and gentlemen. John Cena's promo with Roman Reigns. There was Nikki Bella got mentioned because of John Cena and Nikki Bella dated. Roman Reigns said something about that. There was no big other segments here, except for the Seth Rollins talking about Edge and that he should if he didn't stomp on Edge in 2014, this money match or this dream match at SummerSlam would not ever happen if he'd done it in 2014. He says Edge should thank him, and the W Universe should thank him as well, because now they're getting this dream match against Seth Rollins and Edge at SummerSlam next Saturday. It's weird saying a WWE pay-per-view that will be on this Saturday. Not a 2-night thing. It's actually going to be on the whole Saturday. The whole Saturday night. It's going to be on there. Interesting. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the segment between Roman Reigns and John Cena. John Cena started this off with SmackDown. He started off, and he says school is coming back on. Back in session. Whatever he said. I forgot what he said. And then he says, now it's time for Roman Reigns' report card. And he said he's a D. And he tried to say some bad words, but he tried to not to say the bad words. So, he said D head. If you know what that means, you would know what that means. And he called him a disappointment. And then Roman Reigns came out, and then they had a lot of things to say. But the two things that I do want to talk about is when he says, when John Cena says, Roman, you had the Shield protecting you. There's a lot of people protecting your little pretty face. And he called Roman Reigns' teeth bar of soap. That was just funny. And then he says that you almost ruined Seth Rollins. Heck, you made Dean Ambrose ran away out of the business. They actually could say Dean Ambrose. They even show him in the videos with Seth Rollins showing the videos of Edge when he was part of the Shield. Dean Ambrose was showing up. I thought they can't do that because he's Jon Moxley. Now AEW has the rights to say you can't do that, right? I don't know. I guess Dean Ambrose is their thing. Jon Moxley is AEW thing. It's just, I guess Dean Ambrose is their thing. I don't know. I guess so. But ladies and gentlemen, and then he says, when I win the title, I'm going to jump over the barricade, run away, and blow you a kiss. And that was because of CM Punk in 2011 when he won the WWE title and his contract was expired. He won the title at Money in the Bank, and he blew a kiss to Mr. McMahon, saying, "I'm taking your title away." John Cena was supposed to be fired on that for that, but he wasn't because CM Punk came back like a week later when Cena won the title, and then they fought at SummerSlam 2011 for the unification match for the WWE titles. And then Roman Reigns, then John Cena said a whole bunch of things that he just needs a 1, 2, 3 to beat Roman. Roman was smiling, but I think Roman knows he got roasted. Roman, stop saying you're the top guy. I would love to see this match. If it was a rap battle, I think I would love it more. But it's an actual match. But ladies and gentlemen, now we got a championship match to start off SmackDown. We got Shinsuke Nakamura, a.k.a. King Nakamura, versus the Intercontinental Champion Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental title. Pretty decent match. I enjoyed it. It was a great match. But the winner of that match, and your new, I don't know if I'm doing that in camera, your new Intercontinental Champion, King Nakamura. Then we had Street Profits versus Chad Gable and Otis, Alpha Academy, whatever they're called. All of these matches were great, man. Even the fans were going nuts about it. I was going nuts. It was great matches. But the winner of that match was Street Profits after Montez Ford threw himself over the top rope to knock. Well, he did not really knock down Otis. He just made him wobbly. And then distract Mr. Otis when Otis threw Montez Ford into the stairs. Andrew Dawkins did his weird, spinny, neckbreaker finisher. 1, 2, 3. Street Profits gets the win. Otis was a little upset. Then we had the Mysterios, ladies and gentlemen. I think I have a prediction here. I don't know if you guys want to hear it, but I think we have a prediction because Dominic is kind of changing. And Ray wants him to focus because he lost last week. And he wants him get some momentum against the Usos. But Dominic is not thinking and he's not focusing on the momentum. So I think Dominic might turn heel and attack Rey Mysterio. Will that be a thing? Will it be a father versus son in the pay-per-view? Not SummerSlam, but in a different pay-per-view? Could happen. But we have Rey and Dominic versus Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. I thought it was a pretty decent match. Not bad. But the winner of that match was Rey and Dominic. But at the end, we got the Usos trying to distract the Mysterios on the Titantron, saying a whole bunch of words. But Dominic was distracted. He was saying, "What the heck is that, Daddy? What is going on?" And then Ray just saw Dolph Ziggler, Robert Roode, was about to charge at Dominic. He shoves away Dominic to make sure that he doesn't get hurt. But Dominic gets the win by a roll-up. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we had Corbin coming out. This is his last time to plead to the WWE Universe until he loses everything. When he loses everything, because he's broke. And then he had this credit card scanner on his phone. He wants the fans to pay $1,000 for him. I don't think anyone want to do that. Thank God I wasn't there. Because, technically he did not go to the fans and ask for money. And he did not use this scanner thing. Because, thank God, Kevin Owens came out. And then Corbin asked for $1,000 from Kevin Owens. But Kevin Owens says, you're embarrassing WWE by begging for money from the WWE Universe. So, he says, I will give you $1,000, but you have to beat me in a match. But there's another thing. But if Kevin Owens wins, Corbin has to stop begging the live crowd for money. And he accepted the match, but he did not. Corbin was not being smart. He was poking the bear. Kevin Owens saying that he's a cheapsake. I forgot. Call him a cheap. Because he wanted to give him $150,000. Oh my God. Or $100,000. I'm getting messed up now. He won't stop poking the bear, and then the bear just did a stunner before the match even started. But ladies and gentlemen, we had Kevin Owens versus Baron Corbin. Pretty decent match. Not bad. I enjoyed it. But the winner of that match was Kevin Owens. So Baron Corbin has to stop begging for money. But ladies and gentlemen, then the interviewer, I believe it was Kayla Braxton, wants to know what's next until Corbin sees the Money in the Bank briefcase on the table. He ran there, he shoves Big E away, and he stole the Money in the Bank, and he says, new champion. You didn't win that. I believe the contract says Big E. I don't think they changed it because you stole it. So I don't think he could do that. Can he do that? I don't think he could. I don't think he could cash in. Because you shove him for no reason. Maybe at SummerSlam, Big E will put that on the line. Maybe. Will it be a decent match? I think it will be decent. I think it will be pretty decent. Well, we got the Smackdown Women's Championship contract signing between Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Well, they do have some words to say. I don't remember every word, but they have some words to say to each other. But Sonya Deville told them, you better sign this because we're not having this craziness like John Cena did. You better sign this because all these contracts always go crazy. Just sign the contract. But Sasha Banks says, I need witnesses, when there's thousands of people in the audience as a witness of you signing the contract. But there's two personal people that she wants to let her witness. One, former Smackdown Women's Champion Carmella. And then the person that Bianca Belair beaten last week, Zelina Vega. So Sasha Banks did sign the contract, and then Bianca Belair signed it as well. And then she just throws the contract in the face of Sasha Banks, attacks Zelina Vega, tried to throw a chair at Carmella, and then she did like a moonsault or a handstand over the table to attack Sasha Banks. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Sasha, Zelina Vega, and Carmella attacked Bianca Belair. And then she was on top of the table. Sasha Banks was on top of the table over Bianca Belair, holding the championship up. And then she just did a big statement with Bianca Belair's hair in her mouth. She was yanking her hair in the mouth of Bianca Belair. So if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I might have announcements to talk about this week. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but we will have announcements. But if you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Tyler's out. See you guys on Tuesday for Monday Night Raw results. See you guys tomorrow on Tuesday. Bye!